Gonna have some fun and play some more D&D, because that's what we do. Got a couple of things to chat about before we get too far into this. First and foremost, as always, thank you to Syrinscape for the background music and soundboards we'll be listening to. This is a custom set I made just for Challenge Accepted. Go to Syrinscape.com to check out all the various soundboards.
Wow.
So my channel reward queue, a gift from the Tricksters. Let's see. Gift from the Tricksters. Okay.
Yay, gift
Well,
from the
we will do that right off the bat, because that's going to be fun. Let's see. I happen to have that. So I'll roll a D100. And the first item that comes up that correlates with that spot is the gift that the Tricksters will bestow. And now for the D4 to figure out which one of our players is going to get it. Going clockwise, starting with Pearl. That would be Yuvia will receive a Pipe of Remembrance. A long, delicate wooden pipe features a bowl made of smooth river stone. When the pipe is lit, smoke exhaled from it does not dissipate, instead lingering around the bearer. After 10 minutes, the smoke forms moving shapes that reenact the bearer's most impressive or heroic achievements for 5 minutes. When the realistic performance is complete, the smoke dissipates. The pipe can't be used this way again till the next dawn.
Wow. That's amazing.
He's great. I love it.
So if you wanna put that in put it in as a piece of equipment you have. It doesn't require attunement. It's a straight up utility item. It's called Pipe of Remembrance.
Yeah, got it.
So,
thank you.
I want to see how you use this. This is going to be interesting.
It may be something to use later. Who knows? I'm thinking of that scene from the Lord of the Rings, the first one, where Bilbo and Gandalf are sitting there, and Gandalf does the smoke ship to sail through there. It's like that's what I'm picturing. You can do is like you can blow the smoke, and then it'll enact some really cool thing that you remember.
That's amazing.
No, I don't think it'll help with history checks, but I'm curious to see how somebody might creatively do that. So, kicking this off with a bang. This chart's going to be interesting, I'm sure. Again, as a thank you to, of course, the community, for everyone who has liked, subscribed, followed, thrown bits, all of that fun stuff, whether you subscribe via your Twitch Prime option, if you have Twitch Prime, paying in and continue that multi-month sub. That's all appreciated, because all of those resources help us grow and expand. And so thank you, everyone. Appreciate it. If you missed an episode or want to catch up what's happened, you can go to YouTube and look for Scuba Studio. We have have the videos going up there for these sessions, so you can kind of see what the party gets into in case you missed a session. Alrighty, so bringing us back in for the game, our wondrous party is in the city of Paradon. Been sent to look for some type of powerful magical item that only seems to appear every 13 years or so. When they arrived in Paradon, they stumbled in the middle of a murder investigation, a series of murders that seem to be affecting the city right off the bat. And with that, 500 bits. Nice. That's always awesome.
Thank you, Jinxie.
As you're going through the first victim, not sure you did see a mysterious coachman who later snuck up and attacked the party from behind. Next day, there was another murder that you guys weren't able to prevent that occurred. Afterwards, Inspector Logan, the chief inspector of the city in the city, had pretty much asked for your help to pretend to help patrol because his men are stretched a little thin. On that patrol, you came across a golem that was dressed to look like a woman. It wasn't very effective. It made for a few comical moments, as Pearl, of course, loves to try and make friends. The golem was then seen the next day, apparently rusted over because it wasn't all that effective in the fog and getting all rusty and immobile. There was another murder, and you guys happened to arrive on scene after being ambushed and taking care of the ambusher, finding out that the ambusher was some type of creature that mimicked the form of a woman who you found dead in the same alley. The party being thoroughly caught off guard and unable to cope with the sight of this creature shifting its body back from from the disguise to its natural form was just a little too much for the fortitude. Although not too far away, there was another murder, so went to go and investigate, check that murder out. That murder happened to occur right in front of a gathering, a building that had a gathering of the local merchants discussing what to do about the series of murders. And again, the party was ambushed, and the perpetrator got away. However, he did not get away cleanly. He did happen to catch his cloak on a piece of metal and tear off a section of cloak. The party then, the next day, went to investigate the tailor whose mark was on the fabric. Pearl picked up a new set of clothes and a ball of ribbon. And they left an agreement with the tailor that if anyone were to come in to get a repair done on a cloak that matches the type of damage that would occur from this piece of fabric being ripped off, that they would try to contact the party at the lodging house they're staying at. We ended the session with the party going back to the lodging house. It's about midday. And this is where we'll pick up. So what is it you wish to do?
So I look to the party and kind of recall some of what we've found out and discussed. This is now the third victim, and from what I understand, after 5, it's pretty much over. So we are running short of time. So we have to stay the course and get to the bottom of this before it's too late.
We find things that change.
I didn't hear you.
How do you find things that change?
Good question.
So this is the same day that we dropped off Scoob, the cloth.
Mm-hmm.
At the tailor.
Did you leave the piece of cloth with the tailor, or did you keep it with you?
No, we kept it with us.
You kept it with you. Okay.
Yeah. So it should be sometime later today that he should come looking for us. If the guy comes in looking for a repair.
Depending on whether or not he comes that day or sends somebody the next day, you're not entirely sure.
Okay. We were waiting to follow back up with Inspector Logan. Is that right?
Yes. He hasn't. You didn't really see him last night because he arrived on scene and you had spoken with you had taken a constable around to where the bodies were and noticed that one of the bodies was gone, the body of the creature that had thoroughly freaked you all out, and then so gave the constable all of your information. He said he would pass that along to Inspector Logan. And then from there, waiting on to see if Inspector Logan will pay you a visit to follow up.
Okay. Is Koth at the tavern or the inn there?
He is currently not at the residence. It's just Auntie making sure everything's taken care of, because it's a kind of a full-time gig to prepare food. And as she said on multiple times, she thinks Tarvos need a little more meat on his bones. I don't know why. She keeps thinking he's underweight, but for some reason she thinks he is. So she wants to make sure he gets plenty of food.
So I'll go over to Auntie and ask if she'd heard anything about last night with Sandra as the latest victim, if she knew her or could provide any information about her.
No, she is not familiar with that name. She heard a little bit about the fact there was a murder again last night. It's very disconcerting. There are a lot of people really upset now that, because there are some people who are upset because this is affecting the local businesses. This is affecting general morale and safety within the city.
With the murder basically happening on the doorstep right outside of the merchants gathering, there wasn't no one saw or heard anything that they gave notice to the inspector or the constable that was there. Is that right? I'm just trying to make sure I understand the picture.
Ask the question again.
So the merchants that were inside, assembled in the building where the murder took place, just outside the door, they wouldn't have heard anything, or could we go and find out? I don't want to leave because if the tailor comes to us with information, I don't want to miss that opportunity, but I also don't want to waste a day waiting.
So you want to go out and start investigating on your own?
I was going to say, should we maybe split the party up?
Yeah, because that never goes badly.
No. Never seen anything happen.
All right.
Or maybe we should go to the Inspector Logan's base before we go to anywhere else. I think because maybe he can give us some insights about these merchant guilds or about the tailors.
Maybe he'll believe us about the thing that changed.
Mm-hmm. That's
very possible.
So don't forget, it changed. It killed different than the other murders.
Right, the last one was a bit different than the other ones, wasn't the same.
The creature did. The one that the creature did was different, but the other one was in front of the building was the same.
Yes, that's true. Yes.
So we were given a map that at least showed us the way back. Was it a map of the whole city?
No, it was just that particular section that you were to lead you to where you were going to be patrolling and back.
Okay. So is Inspector Logan's office in that district or no?
It's a little ways away. It's off of Westminster Street, which is a few blocks from where you guys are at.
Okay. Again, speaking to the party, I can't believe I'm suggesting this. I really can't. Maybe wouldn't be such a bad idea if we split the party. And
Couldn't Auntie tell us if someone comes and tells us things?
yes, but I feel that it would be it'd be good to do as you all are suggesting, to go and find Inspector Logan and meet up with him and see if he was able to glean any more information, as well as provide him what we found out. But I also think it would be good to go back to that merchant gathering location and see if there's any more information we could get there. Sort of a divide and conquer while we still have daylight. What do you all think?
I don't know if I like the idea of splitting up. Even us wandering around, we always stay together.
Yeah, we should stick together, and because without the inspector inside, we don't know anything about the merchants, like what we did when we visit to the tailor. So we don't get much from them.
If we are going to stay together, then Pearl, we have to stay all together. That means as a group. No running off anymore. Are we in agreement?
Run with me. You run with me.
No.
Favros,
We have to make an agreement. No more running off, okay?
Favros, perhaps you should hold the ball of ribbon. I mean,
I think that's a good idea.
If it would keep a certain individual a little closer to some other individuals,
Try and get it. Try and get it. I dare you.
it might be. It might help. I'm just saying.
I'm holding on. Right here. I'm holding on. You have fun trying to get it out of my hand.
I think sticking together is a good idea. But let's stick together.
Maybe just tie a little piece of it to your horn.
That's not a bad idea.
That's going to look ridiculous, though.
Yes, but it'll keep the party together. So, whatever works.
I just want to take
All
a
right.
moment to thank the fact that Naomi has a ball of string as a prop to use for this.
I actually was gonna try and find ribbon and make a ribbon one, but I didn't have time.
Just you're really stepping up your cosplay game. I'm really curious to see what you're gonna do on Halloween, because unless we have a session Halloween night, so it's just a matter of, okay, what kind of shenanigans are you gonna come up with? Because you don't have to dress as your character. You could dress as
I got
anyone.
something.
Anyone.
I have an idea how I can upgrade what I'm wearing now as my character, but I don't know if it would come in line.
I've been working on
Okay.
something.
That'll
All
be
right.
curious. Sorry.
So I will leave word with Auntie that if the tailor should come and search us out to provide information about everything there, just to have her take a note of this.
Your mic's kind of fading out again, Titus.
I was saying that I'll speak to Auntie and ask her to take a message for us if the tailor comes.
Okay. Cool.
Is there anyone that she works with that can deliver the message to us if it gets to her?
That is a good question, because she's running the kitchen and the lodging house. So most it'll be is way back in the day before the advent of cell phones. It was
Yeah.
essentially an answering machine. You had
Exactly.
you had to go back. Old school way of
Bro,
doing
be an
things
answering
before
service.
when
How
the
may I
phone
direct your call?
when the phones were built into the wall, and you literally, if you weren't near a phone, or you had to call the switchboard. Hey, switchboard, is there any messages for me? Are you serious?
I will cut the ribbon off with my claw and give it to Tavros since he wanted a piece.
I'll tie it to my horn, just a little piece, so it like waves in the wind a little bit every now and then.
You now have a streamer.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. When I run, it blows on.
Alrighty.
Thank you very much. I realize it's a difficult thing for you to give up. I appreciate it.
As long as I get to play with it. Oh, you can-
So are we all set to head out and go to Inspector Logan?
Indeed.
Sure.
All right. So as you guys, as you're about to head out, Titus, you take a look about the kitchen and you notice a vial that looks a lot out of place than the others. And when you ask Auntie if you can hang on to it, she says yes. And put it in your inventory, a vial of oil of slipperiness as a contribution from the tricksters.
And that was for who?
That was for you, Titus.
Oh, cool. Okay.
You get an oil of slipperiness you can put in your inventory.
Right.
Good thing that wasn't given to Pearl. I could see her using it to get away from someone.
I see some other uses to perhaps slow down certain individuals from running away.
It's all curious. Never really know. Oh, I'd love to see the fan art for that suggestion. Alrighty, so and then as you take that, kind of stuff it into your gear as you step out. Go ahead and give me a set of perception checks. Oh gosh, you're
21.
laughing already.
It has begun.
Oh boy,
No, that's cool. Tavros
So
got
I-
21.
21 for Tavros.
Yes.
Titus, what'd you get? A 1.
Oh,
Okay.
Lord.
Pearl, what'd you get?
14.
And Yuvia?
And
10. Okay. As you step out onto the busy daytime streets of Paradon, you see the gentlemen and the ladies walking around. The ladies, of course, have these metal collar things on their neck to prevent slashes. The men are all in their top hats and cloaks and whatever. There's a real menagerie of characters that walk along the street. And one individual kind of sticks out to Tarvos and Pearl, and that would be Inspector Logan, who happens to be coming towards you guys just as you start making your way down the street. Soon you guys kind of bump into each other.
Yay! I'll run up
Inspector
to her.
Logan,
Hey,
it's
hi,
nice to meet you.
Fun to see you.
Seems y'all had an interesting night.
One word for it.
All right.
It was a good feature.
All right, and we have a blessing from the tricksters, a +1 to all rolls for the rest of the stream.
oh, thank you.
Wow.
Does that mean no more nat ones?
Essentially, yes. But keep in mind, a nat 1 is still a nat 1.
Technically, still that one.
That ones can still be still be hurtful. But, you know, since this is a gift from the tricksters, no more nat 1s. Gotta love the tricksters in the world. Oh, and a wild magic surge for the next time someone casts a spell.
Oh.
Alrighty. Try to keep remember of that. It has begun. So we have a wild magic and we have a blessing. Yep. So we will keep that. All right. Interesting. Let's see. Don't mind me. I'm just checking something real quick. All right.
Titus is still stuffing that potion in his pack. He doesn't even realize that Inspector Logan has walked up yet.
No, he hasn't. Inspector Logan walks up and looks at all of you and says, "Your day has been heard you had an interesting night last night."
Sorry, I'm not sure about that.
Shh.
I'm not
No,
either.
no, I promise you, Alexa, it was really interesting.
What was the name of the constable that we met with the previous night?
It would be a Constable Wortle. WORTLE.
Yeah, turtle.
No, he's not a turtle. But that would be kind of funny. I didn't think
That's
of that
too
earlier.
bad. Yeah.
Alrighty, so
All right, I'll let one of you guys take the lead in the conversations because that nat one is got me a little distracted.
There was a creature. It looked like a lady, and it had a needle. And then when we killed it, it turned into a creature. And then the needle was a knife. And then I told them to watch it, and it didn't. And they didn't watch it, and it disappeared.
okay.
We got attacked by something that changed into something. This isn't much better. We got attacked by something that changed into something else, and then we went down an alley and found the original something, but it wasn't what was. Oh, this is confusing.
It sounds very.
It was very confusing. None of us are really sure what's going on.
Okay. But you did you find anything else other than a creature that attacked you?
Well,
According to my constable, you guys had quite the night.
So the creature that looked like the lady, we killed it. Then we found the actual lady. She was dead. Then we went and this other lady came and said her friend was dead, so we went over there. And then that lady was dead, and not the one that told us, but the other lady.
Yes. He pulls out his little notebook and takes a look and looks at it and goes, yes. A Miss Felicia Sweet. She was detained at the scene, possible suspect in the murder. But you're saying she came and visited you shortly after the murder?
to get help.
Okay.
And then when we were there, we got attacked, and we attacked them, but then they ran away, and we couldn't get them in time. But there was this piece of cloth, and yeah, it has stuff on it.
A piece of cloth, you say?
Yes, it was a bit of a cloak that got ripped off. We tried to get it identified, brought it to a tailor. The tailor is going to bring it back to the tavern that we were at.
Do you
with
still have the
identification.
fabric with you?
Yes, we do.
May I see it?
Of course. Pearl, give the fabric over, please.
Forget
What?
it.
We'll put
I'm
the
sorry,
fabric
I
on.
apologize.
Yeah,
I can't
and give
get
it
my
to
memory.
the inspector.
Okay, I couldn't remember.
Okay, UVS got it.
Yes,
All right.
probably.
One of
So
us has,
he
I
takes a
swear.
look at it and says, "Oh, I know this emblem. Have you already went and talked and spoke to that to Ire?
Yes.
Yes, but
Okay.
we have no clues. Like, there's no lead. Is there anything you know about this person, the owner of this tailor?
Okay. Titus, your next dice roll will be a natural 20.
Give me something to investigate now.
Whatever your next dice roll is a natural 20. So, just a FYI, make a note of that.
Yes.
I also need to make sure.
Oh, and I got this ball of ribbon when we were at the tailor's.
Oh, yes, and Pearl has her ball of yarn. It keeps her
and I put it on
busy.
his arm, see? Now he's all pretty.
Ding, 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 ding.
Okay. And so, you went and you spoke with Ire. Did Ire provide you with anything useful?
He said he was going to return with information when he had it.
Okay. What are you hoping for him to return with?
Not really sure.
Pasta.
What we're hoping for. I'm paying attention to that one. So what we're hoping for is that he finds someone asking for a repair that matches this cloth.
If I heard that right, you said you're hoping the tailor will bring you back a name of someone who's come in for a recent cloak repair. Am I understanding that right? Your mic is starting to cut out again.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Did he provide you with anything else? Any potential list of customers that we could track down?
He said that the cloak, the style was very common, and that it was pretty much the norm for this area. No list of customers was provided.
Okay. Where are you guys? Where are you off to? Where are you off to now?
We were actually coming to find you to tell you that we don't know anything.
I see. All right. Do you have any? Is there? I'm gonna go and follow up with Ire. Do you wish to come with, or do you want to, or is there another lead you're wanting to investigate?
I think we have nothing to investigate. Oh, the Merchant Guild. Right.
What about the Merchant Guild?
I mean, we want
We're
to.
having a meeting when the lady got killed.
Yes, it was quite the fuss. Quite a number of gentlemen were rather frustrated that a murder happened to occur right in front of their meeting. It's putting a lot of pressure on the local government, which is in turn putting pressure on us to try and figure out what is going on to prevent any more murders. So far, by our count, this is the third one that's happened. So it's a fairly certain that a fourth will, if it follows the pattern, a fourth will occur tonight. We just need to get some idea of what's going on. But you have a fairly solid lead with the tailor, so I'm going to go and investigate that or follow up with that, get a list of names. If you wish, you can accompany me, or if there's another lead or something you wish to address first, I will meet you back here in approximately 2 hours.
We should go with him. We'll learn how to do it better.
It's not a bad idea.
I agree.
Searches have been somewhat in vain so far.
And then I get to look at all the pretty ribbons again.
Well, that's true as well.
All right.
I think we'd like to accompany you.
Okay. So you accompany Inspector Logan. Go and you visit with the Ire. As steps in, Ire greets the inspector warmly. He says, Mr. Inspector Logan, are you looking to get another cloak again today? And Logan is like, no, I have the one you fashioned me with before is functioning quite well. And the tailor looks at us, but that's last year's model. Surely you want this year's. And Logan is like, oh, I have one of those. I got it a little dirty the last night, so I want it with the latest crime scene. So I've left it in my office for the time being.
Can I check insight on him?
Sure can.
Yeah, it seems.
Which one are you checking insight on?
On Logan.
Okay.
He
Seems a little suspicious.
Are you proficient in insight, Pearl?
Yes, I am.
All right, you may. Anybody else who
massive.
if anyone else wishes to do it,
7. Sorry.
7.
Yeah,
Ooh, 14.
Oh,
Titus, are you going to use it now, or are you going to wait?
I'd hate to waste it. I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
I don't. It's probably nothing.
Yuvia, what do you? Did you roll an insight as well, or no?
No.
Okay. So Tarvel's got a 7. Pearl got a 14. Is that right?
I think she froze.
Uh-oh. She's freezing a little
Did I
bit.
freeze?
Yeah, it freezes a little
You're
bit.
good now.
You got a 14 on your roll, correct?
$15.
You got a 15? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Tarvis, you completely believe him. There's nothing wrong with the statement. It seems a little odd. It seems a little odd. Pearl, what he says is seems truthful to you as well. It's very casual in the way he's talking. Doesn't give you any indication that anything is amiss. So, and then Ire, after a moment, looks over and says, "Oh, back again so soon. No one has come in for any repairs, unfortunately." And Inspector Logan is like, yes, they told me about that. But could you be so kind as to give me a list of names of anyone you've sold cloaks to recently?" And Ire's like, one moment. He goes and looks through his books, jots down a few names, and provides you with a list of names for the last 6 months of sales, which isn't a very long list.
Does Logan happen to have any rips or tears in his cloak that he's wearing?
Go ahead and roll an investigation check.
Yesterday.
I'm sorry, Pearl, I didn't hear you.
Jeez.
He said
Another
he was
7.
wearing the clothes he wore yesterday.
True.
That's
True.
fair.
It doesn't matter. I got another 7. So.
Oof, lucky number 7.
Yeah, I know.
Unfortunately, not lucky enough.
Yeah, not so lucky for that.
So no, his cloak looks a little faded. Looks a little faded around the edges. A little bit of some loose threads here and there, but doesn't look like it's anything terrible. It's just like judging from the conversation, it looks like it's just an older cloak,
Okay.
well worn. So
I'll turn to Pearl, trying to get her attention as subtly as possible. As subtly as possible. And I'll say, hey, you're a customer. Maybe you can ask the tailor how last year's model compares to this year's model.
So I'll go over there. I liked your dress so much. Can you tell me the difference between the two cloaks? Because you were talking about different cloaks. Do they look different?
And he sits there and kind of looks at you a moment, and then sits there and goes, "Well, last year's model used a thread that was woven from wolf fur, but we found that supply was rather lacking. So this year we decided to source it with another type of animal. I believe it's probably closer to more domesticated, maybe like a sheep or something. Last year there was a shortage of sheep, but a propensity of wolves. This year there seems to be a shortage of wolves and a propensity of sheep. So the thread texture is a little bit finer than previously, so it allows for a much tighter weave, much better in our, as you've seen, the dreary climate with all the constant moisture. So a tighter weave allows for a better water water protection from that. And of course, it takes dye so much easier than the wolf hair does, and we don't have to spend as much time dyeing, so it saves a little bit, and it gives a richer color, a deeper color to it." And he continues to go on and on, just very detailed on the differences between the
Color better?
Say that again.
Are they brighter? Are they brighter because they take the color better?
Slightly, but we also can get a much deeper and wider breadth of colors. Granted, of course, most of the fashionable thing is to wear dark grays and blacks, but you get a much richer black and a much richer gray with it.
That makes sense.
I'll ask.
I love working with colors. I love painting.
I'll ask Yulvia to show the tailor the cloth again. And see what kind of material is this? Is this of wolf or is this of sheep?
He takes a look at it and says, "It's definitely a sheep. Definitely a newer version. You can tell." And he kind of looks about and he pulls a little scrap, and shows you a comparison. You can see the wolf hair one is a little bit duller, doesn't quite have a nice same sheen that he tries to describe and articulate. Go ahead and roll investigation check if you're
For me?
Yep. Oh, you can do that now, or you
Okay. All right, I'll do it. So,
All right. So with the natural 20 plus bonus to that, you see that there is a very subtle difference. I mean, it's you have to hold it in kind of like the right light, but he is swears up and down by the difference. But you're struggling to see the difference. But you do, but it is there. It's just ever so slight, yet he thinks it's like the greatest thing. Almost like the great debate between Coke and Pepsi. I mean, it's just so.
There is a difference.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh, and Tarvos, you get a D4 inspiration die from the tricksters.
Tricksters.
Gotta love our tricksters.
Hey.
so the Taylor's given Logan this list, right?
Yes, he is given the list. Going to attempt. See if I can pass that along to you. What is that?
It's like I should have waited on that roll.
Horde of zombies all of a sudden breaks into town. Oh, Jesus.
All right, I have sent you a file via Zoom. It is the list, quote unquote.
Wow, that's not short.
You're muted, Pearl. I can't hear you. Although I could probably take a guess what you're saying.
2 days left.
All right. So he takes the list. He he thanks Ira for his time, and heads out. And of course, Ira calls back, says, so be sure to think of us next time you're in need of any assistance with your wares or any of your men's or any of your men's wares. And Logan's like, of course, standard deal as always, and steps out. And now on the street corner with you guys, looking over the list. And Titus gets another natural 20 that he can use on his next dice roll.
You know you're well loved, right?
Evia will try to describe how the appearance of the culprit to the inspector. Maybe he knows some ones in the list that have matching descriptions.
Yeah, so now it's a good thing to discuss as far as what clues you have and what clues, or try to help narrow it down. So far, what do we know?
That the
There's a coachman and a guy. Like it's
Okay.
the guy's got a carriage.
Okay,
He
there's
has a
coachman.
mustache.
Mustache.
that's
What
also
else? Let's see if I wrote down.
blood on his face when it happened.
It's surgical cuts. The very, very clean. There's no blood. It's all young girls getting killed at night.
Organs missing.
Yeah, the organs are definitely missing. The heart specifically is missing. Internal organs. What else?
The folk thing.
We suspect that he may be dumping the bodies, not killing them where they are. So possibly killing them in a different location, and then dumping the bodies wherever
Yeah,
we find
but the
them.
last murder kind of contradicts that because
Yeah, but I'm just
he only left him for a few minutes, so there's not really a way to pick her up, kill her, come back. You know what I mean? I don't think there'd be enough time.
no, you're right. I'm just saying what we've discovered so far. The last victim was Annie Smitters.
I'm puzzled by Logan thinking that the witness, Felicia Sweet, was a suspect in all this. I don't know if we perceived this the night that she was. I know we took a close look at whenever she was approaching, especially after mistaken identity with the tall lady or the gray lady. But if we could tell if she was wearing that neck protective.
No, she was not. Her attire was definitely of a lower class than the women who are wearing these high collar pieces. But her attire also gave an indication that her profession was mostly at night as
Right.
a companion.
Right.
And reason she was accused, why she was detained and accused, is because she was found near the body with some of the victim's blood, although minute amounts on her person. So, given just from what's observed, she was a person of interest and
Right.
had been detained accordingly.
Right.
So, with that, then it's a matter of okay. But as Inspector Logan listens to everything you're describing and goes over, looks at his notes, and looks at the list, after a moment he runs his finger, and after a moment he stops as he's on the list and kind of looks up to you. It's like, with everything you've seen, we might actually be able to pin down the murderer. And this is probably that person. And he points to a name for a Dr. Wolfgang Arturus. And it says, this is the guy. This has to be the guy. He fits everything you've been describing.
Arturus, he said?
Yep. Arturus.
It's on the list.
Inspector Logan,
Oh, okay. Yeah,
I like names. What's your first name?
So, do we pick up on the fact that he stopped right when his eyes met his own name?
Yeah. I mean, you guys are all there. He's now looking to all of you as he draws to the conclusion and lays out his reason for that conclusion based on someone who's practiced with knives. That's typically a doctor or a butcher or whatnot. This happens to be a doctor. He describes this person who happens to match the description, similar description of what you've seen of the coachman, from what little you could see of him. The fact that he's been in town a good number of years, that this has been occurring. So he is very confident. And with that confidence, he goes, we should go and speak to him. We should go and deal with him tonight to make sure that we can prevent him from potentially committing another murder. And most of my men are stretched very thin across the city trying to patrol. Would you be willing to come with me to go and apprehend and bring this individual in for detainment?
I want to go with you. You're good at this.
All right.
Very much be willing to go.
It's supposed to be tonight. Can we just do right now?
I need to
Before
go
he
and
run
get a
away.
couple. I need to go and get a couple of things, but I can meet you near his residence. And he pulls out his little notebook, writes down an address, and gives you a rough direction. Says, "Meet me there in 2 hours, and we will go and confront the good doctor."
Okay.
All right.
Excellent.
Alrighty.
Follow him. If my party lets me.
Oh, no,
Take
no,
your
no.
party
I'm going
with
to
you.
grab her arm and hold her back.
That works. That works.
So has he left us now?
Yes, he heads off. He leaves you. You have approximately 2 hours to prepare any preparations you want to make before heading to the doctor's house. So, what do you wish to do for those preparations?
I want to go find out if he's getting rid of the cloak because I think he's the one that had the cloak.
I,
So
Yeah.
you want to attempt to follow him?
is he going back to his office? Is that?
He's walking down the street. You have no idea where he is going. He didn't give you much detail as to what he had to go and get as far as preparations, other than he will meet you at the at that address in 2 hours.
I'm full of bad
Really?
ideas.
Yeah, I agree.
Full of bad ideas.
Probably shouldn't follow him.
He might be getting rid of the evidence.
Well, that's possible.
We can handle ourselves, right? If he after us.
Unless the tailor is in on it,
I don't think
I'm suspicious of the guy too. I mean, we all.
giving the cloak to him. He said the reason he doesn't have his cloak is because it got dirty last night. So the tailor's not in on it because he doesn't know it's torn because he hasn't brought it in.
But what he said was that it was last year's cloak, and they were distinctly different.
Wearing it. The one that he's wearing is an old one. He needs to buy a new one. And he said the new one is at home because it got dirty.
Okay, then I misunderstood. Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yeah, I you caught it. I did. I'm really suspicious of this guy, and I hate to be the guy that's suspicious of the guy that's supposed to be helping us, but I'm that guy today.
I was
Can't say that I disagree with you. He did seem a little odd.
I was suspicious of him last session. Remember, I asked, where is he?
It goes against my better judgment, but if you want to follow him, I will follow you. Although I don't like it.
So I say to the group, look, if we even get close to his office and we see that there are any constables or anybody standing nearby that would recognize or see us try to get into his office, let's abandon that quest altogether. It's not worth it. But I do think that we ought to at least try in this time that we have to find out, do our own investigating, because an A. Logan is on that list.
Forget.
Follow the party.
There is some. I don't know if this is the same thing, but there are some creatures that can change shape.
That's a good point, actually.
Yeah, and maybe he doesn't plan to go to his office. You don't know.
Following. And start walking because he's already walking away. So I start walking. As the...
All right, so Pearl is starting to attempt to follow. By now, Inspector Logan is about 40 feet away, and the gap is widening. And he's
I just got a nat 20 on my stealth.
nice, nice. So just like in Assassin's Creed, you kind of just put your hands together and start walking through the crowd, and no one realizes anything's amiss.
I hope I was paying attention.
Yeah, because you guys look and Pearl is gone. She literally walked into the crowd and vanished.
I look over to Tavaros and I say, take that ribbon off.
Gladly.
Take it off and throw it off to the side.
Stomp on it.
You guys are still standing there talking about it, so I'm following. This is your problem. You don't follow right away.
She's going to meet a very big dog one day. I swear.
So I say to Tavaros and Yulia, it's like, we all are pretty sure we know. I mean, hopefully she's going toward his office. I don't know, but I think that's where we ought to go. By this point, she is probably up tree or
Yeah, she has vanished.
and some random dress shop.
So your mic cut out again, dude.
So I say let's see if we can make our way over to Inspector Logan's office.
I will follow
Okay.
you, sir.
All right. So as the three of you proceed to try and figure out where Inspector Logan's office is, Pearl, of course, has gone up and she's following. And I think for this moment, I'm going to ask Tarvos, Titus, and Uvia to take off your headsets and mute. I'll let in. Pearl. So, as you vanished into the crowd and started following Inspector Logan, you see he turns down a corner to an alley. Do you follow? Okay. As soon as you come to that alley, go ahead and give me a perception check.
That's a 21 plus the one that they gifted us.
Okay. You catch part of his shoulder as he rounds another corner, and you proceed up. And the alley turns again and comes out to, and is, as it turns again and look, you see another cross street. Go ahead and give me another perception.
Another 21 plus 1.
All right. You catch his shoulder as he turns left, and you turn. Do you follow? Okay. Continuing down this fairly busy street, comes to another cross section. Go ahead and give me another perception.
That's an 18 plus 1, so 19.
All right. You take a moment. You do happen to catch him as he turns the corner. So, do you continue to follow?
Which directions are? Because he's turned 3 times.
He's turned left. He's turned another left, and now he's just turned right.
Thank you. I'm just following.
Okay. All right. The tricksters have gifted you with a nat 20 on your next dice roll.
Well, let me know what it is.
All right.
Whatever,
So you
whatever.
continuing to follow?
Yeah.
Okay. You're steadily closing in. You're now within about 20 feet behind him.
And I definitely want to keep a good distance so he can't see me. Or like,
Okay. Do you want to go ahead and do another stealth? Which is a nat 20, so
Yeah,
he's
so
not going to notice you don't. It doesn't appear he's noticed that you're behind him.
Good timing for a nat 20.
Yep. So are you trying to keep within 20 or keep within 30?
Well, I'm doing pretty good. We'll keep within 20.
Keep within 20. Okay. As he comes, he turns right around another corner, and as you come around, go and roll another perception.
23 plus 1.
All right. You see him turn the corner. Do you continue to follow?
My word, how far is he going? Oh my word, I'm gonna get in so much trouble. Yeah, I'm gonna keep following.
You're going to keep following? All right. A little while later, he turns left again. And as you come around the corner, go ahead and do another perception.
This is so intense right now. Another 21! Oh my word!
They want to meet. They've asked me to roll a fail on a crit fail on a roll on my next roll.
They're helping me! This is so cool!
All right.
Come on! I'm gonna do this!
All right. So as you come, he comes up to a building. and kind of opens the door and steps into the building. Do you follow?
Can I look and see like what the building is and
Looks you're currently in an alleyway, and this appears to be the back entrance to some type of building. It's a couple stories up.
there's no like
There's some
markings of like numbers or
not on this side, because this would be off the main street, so there's no identifying markings to what's going on with this building.
Are there windows that are safe to can I look into the windows first? So I don't want to just like randomly walk into the door and run right into them or someone else.
Okay. Go up to the window. Go and do a perception check.
Okay. Perception. 16 plus 1, so 17.
All right. You see You see him. You see Logan through the window. He seems to have come in the door, and there's another door to another room. He steps through, and you can kind of see him rummaging around looking for something. He pulls out comes out with like a quiver of arrows, and then proceeds out of your line of sight into another room.
Is there any way for me to look through a different window to see where that room is, so that I don't?
You can go ahead and check judging from the way he's going, it's the next one. It's the window on the other. It's a window on the other side of the door. It's a little bit higher up, so you'd have to scale up the wall a little bit to get a look in.
I have a climbing speed. I'm a cadet.
All right, so you climb up, look through the window. You see he's got the quiver of arrows on a bench, and you see him come out, and he's got a heavy looks to be about a heavy crossbow. Sets it down on the table, then steps into another room.
Trying to follow along the building and stuff to follow. See what he's doing.
You're not able to. There's not another window nearby.
Watching that one just a little bit longer to see if he comes back, because he set those things down.
Mm-hmm.
So he might be back. So I'm gonna wait just a little bit to see if he comes back.
Okay. As you're standing there waiting, you hear something from behind you. You turn and you look, and there are 3 individuals standing there watching you.
Just random people, or
Just they appear to be completely random. All standing there looking at you. And they proceed to come closer to you.
can I climb up the building higher? So they can't get to me?
You can certainly try.
Oh my word! All right.
So as you attempt to climb up the building, go ahead and give me an acrobatics check.
That's a 10 plus 1, so it'll be 11, and I am a tabaxi with climbing speed.
Uh-huh.
And false.
Yep. So as you're climbing up there, as you come up to the roof and put your claw and try to come up on the roof, some of the slate shingles that make up the roof slip, and you end up falling roughly 40 feet and hitting the ground.
That is not good.
And as you hit the ground and look about, everything starts to go black. And as they go black, you see Inspector Logan standing over you. As everything fades to black.
Oh my word! Stupid acrobatics. I did so good until then.
So.
Ouch. Yeah. How much damage would that have done? I'm just curious.
Average? It's typically a D6 for every 10 feet. You fell 40 feet, so that's 4d6 of damage. So an average would be probably 10 or 12 points of damage.
I rolled it. It got 9. So yeah, you're at about 10 so damage. Why would it go black then? Just
Because
low level, aren't I? No, okay. It's nothing. Good. Because it's less than my health, so that's why I was curious.
all right. So at this point, I'm gonna have you take off your ears, and I have everybody else put their ears on.
Ow. Because I don't have any headphones.
Well, you can listen in then. Just mute yourself. All right. So everybody else can kind of put your ears back on. All righty.
So, what kind of trouble did she get herself into this time?
Don't know. She disappeared. We have no idea what became of her.
Well, we told her not to run off.
Unfortunately, yes, you did. Quick question for Chili. Yes, Extra Life is still in effect. Last week we blew past our $2,000 goal and are working toward a $5,000 goal. So if you do a $15, $20, or $25 or $100 donation, $15 gives the next dice rolls advantage. 25 gets D6 inspiration die to the party, and $100 gets them 1d4 plus 1 healing potions. Alrighty, so the three of you are attempting to kind of navigate your way to the inspector's office. I want you to give me I want you to give me a survival check
I
for
find
the
it.
navigation.
Nat 20.
That's good. Yuvia Tarvos?
I do not, with a 7 again. I don't understand what's going on with 7s tonight.
Are you using
Seven
that
is apparently
spinner, or are you
my,
using that?
No, you know what? I'm actually not using a spinner. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna, if you'll allow it.
I'll allow it. Just because we like the sound of that spinner.
It's not much better. It's 9 plus 1, 10.
Okay. And Yuvia?
I have dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Nice. So you're able to kind of looking through and asking the right questions to the passerbys. You're directed over to Westminster, and you see the offices of the for Inspector Logan and the constables that are residing there. You go in, you step in, and there's an individual kind of waiting there right inside the door. It's a small room. There's one door on the side. It's got a sign on it that says complaints, and then another door that leads in, authorized only. So it's just the one constable there, and he looks. He's you all again, and you see that it's Constable Wardle, who's happens to be standing there. Looks like he's just coming on for the day. Says, can I help you chaps with something?
Did you happen to see a cat with a ball of string walk in here?
No.
Well, she's lost to the mist, my friends. I'm sorry.
Okay. Did your hyper companion just kind of vanish on you?
Yeah, she does that quite often, regardless if we tell her not to.
Oh, yeah.
We even strung a piece of ribbon to his horn, and it wasn't enough.
I'm suggesting the next time that we use a hunting trap to keep her in place. I have one of those.
I should have used another chance.
It may come to that.
All right. Well, I guess if she hasn't been. How long has she been missing?
Well, never mind that. Is the inspector here?
No, have not seen him come in.
Oh, that's weird. He did say he wants to go to his office, right? And Via asked to the others.
I don't remember. I believe he did, yes.
He mentioned something about picking up his cloak, taking it back to the tailor, right?
No, he was going to get his preparations to meet you at the doctor's office.
I was talking about the conversation he had with the tailor earlier in the day.
Yeah, the tailor had asked why he was wearing last year's cloak instead of this year's, and he said that he got it dirty and that he got it dirty.
Okay. Well, do you know when the inspector will be back here?
He comes and goes. I believe he's following up a set of leads on the murder investigation. You guys were helping him, right?
Yes, we were. Yeah, he provided us with or the tailor provided a list for us to look at. And I don't know, did Logan keep the list?
Yes, he kept the list.
Okay. What's the good inspector's first name by chance?
Inspector Logan's first name. I do have it here. Just give me a second. Andrew.
Logan, is it? Interesting.
Well, I kind of, with body language, subtly tried to say to the others, okay, let's get out of here. I appreciate your time, Inspector Wardle, and sorry we couldn't have met under better circumstances. Have you found any other leads before we go?
No, we haven't. Still, we spoke with Miss Sweets last night, and and after some convincing, we decided to let her go because she clearly didn't have any of the items needed to commit such a heinous crime, and it's not typical of women to commit such gory things.
Inspector Wardle, I have a question.
It's just constable. I'm not. I haven't had a chance to take my inspector's exam yet. I believe I still need 2 more years tenure.
Hey, you never know. Keep trying. You'll get there. I promise.
Studying that test is really hard. They keep changing it every year for some reason.
You'll do it. You're a smart man. I know it. Listen, I was curious. Would you say that the Logan is skilled with a knife?
I don't know.
So
I don't know anything about what he does in his personal time. I do know he spends a lot of time working.
Does he carry a knife around with him? Perhaps.
Most all of us do. We all carry some fashion of blade.
Is his a little bit nicer though? Maybe sharper though, or more ornate, for instance.
I can't tell. He doesn't pull it out very often.
No, but you would
It
never
could
see
be. I mean, most people with nice weapons don't tend to brandish them very much.
I suppose so. Thank you.
Mental rewind here. When we went out to patrol, we met with Logan, and he departed from us. Was he wearing his traditional inspector clothing, or was he wearing a top hat and cloak?
It's good.
Do you have a neon sign that says "I'm the murderer"?
Yeah.
just a sign. It's like, "Follow me. I'm guilty." No, he was wearing a cloak. He was wearing a cloak or whatever. Not necessarily an extravagant hat, more like a bowler hat versus the top hat.
That's worse.
Yeah, really.
Gotta watch out for the bowler hat guys. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah.
I understand. No, it's more or less just a it wasn't a very ostentatious hat, more like a bowler, and a cloak. And it probably, now that you've had your chance with to go over the finer details of thread counts and fabric with Ire, it's most likely the current cloak that he is so happy with, that's made out of the sheep wool versus the the sheep hair versus the wolf hair. But nothing nothing else really kind of came to mind as far as what he was wearing or what he was carrying, because typically those cloaks, they tend to cover your sides, so if he did have a knife on him, it was probably hidden in the folds.
That's true. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'll agree. We should, if you want to leave, I'll follow you then.
Okay.
I mean, I'm Titus.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I venture to say that we won't find much more waiting here. Perhaps we should prepare to gather our things and head over to the meeting place we were expecting.
Yeah. We don't want to miss it.
All right.
If by any chance a cat person does come in here, please tell them where we've gone.
Oh, completely.
Thank you.
We will
And
totally
tell
let you
her
know.
not to run off.
I understand.
Thank you.
Oh. So the three of you are going to head off and go to the doctor's house and wait for the inspector?
Yeah.
All right. With that, we will take our break. So I will ask the three of you, go ahead and take your headsets off, step away, put yourselves on mute, step away for anything, any bio break or anything you need to do. Pearl, go ahead and unmute yourself.
Yes.
Gotta have the drama.
Oh, this is
All right.
great.
So, Pearl, last thing you remember is you were falling and hit the ground and summarily knocked unconscious by the 4 individuals that had surrounded you, one of them being Inspector Logan, 3 others that you had never seen or unfamiliar with. So a little while passes by and you feel yourself start to regain consciousness. As your eyes kind of flitter open and you look about, you're in a dark room. Your hands are bound, your feet are bound, your mouth is gagged. And as you look about, go ahead and give me a quick perception check.
Okay. That is a 11.
Okay. It's enough, because as you kind of look about and your eyes come back to focus, you look and you see another tabaxi dressed in a kimono with a particularly familiar
Oh.
patch of fur and pattern.
Oh no.
And you swear you're looking at a mirror.
Mm-hmm.
As this other tabaxi looks at you, kind of and Inspector Logan is standing next to her. Well, both of you look. It's like, well, this will make tonight so much easier. And they depart. So when we come back, you will rejoin the party, but you'll be slightly different than what you were.
Yeah, but I just act normal, right?
Act just like you would. Just any skill checks or whatnot automatically would probably fail because it's not your stats. So any skill checks or whatnot would automatically fail.
Okay.
Except for any of them that I tell you pass.
So will you just message them to me? Or?
Yeah, I'll message you the one you pass. Any of the others, unless I message you or tell you. But
So
with
if
that,
it failed, do I just say like 11 or something low? Or
you fake it. It's like, oh yeah, totally got this, and you didn't. All right.
Yep.
Okay, well, with that, go ahead and take your break. And everybody in the chat, hope you're finding this entertaining and exciting. I'm going to step away for a couple of minutes as well, take a quick break. And when we'll come back, we will come in at the doctor's office and see what happens. Alrighty, and we're back. Real quick, check the chat. Master of Mystery, we'll see. All right, whoa. We got a lot of things to mess with here. Let's see. All right, got a one wild magic surge. Tarvos, I told you had your inspiration.
Yep.
It can use before the end of the stream.
Is this a D4?
Yep, D4 inspiration that you can use at any point you feel need to.
Thank you.
Titus, you have another. Well, I think I already told you this one. Yeah, these are like 20, 30. These are like 30 minutes ago.
Yep.
All right. PC, Pearl. Yep, she used hers. I'm gonna use mine the next time I use mine.
It just.
Oh yeah, I did use mine.
It just finished boiling.
Okay,
So.
just gonna let it sleep then.
Yeah.
My throat's been kind of messed up, and we got a new like electric kettle because the stove
Oh,
was
jeez.
fried. So my wife
Oh,
was like,
yeah.
"Here, try this tea. It'll make your throat better." I'm like, "Why not?
Sure.
Why not? You know, we'll give it a shot. See what happens." It's seeping right now. Hopefully, we'll get to it. Yeah, but I used the Nat 1 rolling for stealth against Pearl, which is why she realized people were behind her. So, alrighty. So, at this point, we're going to go ahead and bring up our map. So,
All right. Ooh. Oh my.
we have a map that we can utilize.
Oh my.
All right. Real quick, this is going to be evening time. Yep. Turn that off.
Ooh.
Turn it on again. Alrighty. So, as we go about what we're doing, you guys come up to a dwelling, and as you guys sit around there for a little bit, you see Inspector Logan and Pearl have arrived together.
Because we're already suspicious of Logan, I'm going to keep a very close eye on both of them.
All right.
It seems odd that they would arrive together
Okay.
to me.
You also notice that Inspector Logan is carrying a heavy crossbow and has a quiver of bolts on his side and one notched into the crossbow.
I'm not doing anything. I'm just keeping an eye on
That's
them.
I'm trying to get all of that. Get all that up.
I don't want to give away the fact that we know something is up.
Yes.
So, well, I mean, something is up with Logan. I mean,
Oh yes. You don't want to give away.
we don't know
something
anything
on
about
Logan.
her, but we definitely know something about Logan. So,
Yeah.
and the fact that they arrived together is odd to me.
That's fair. That's fair. So, stepping up. Anything you wish to say?
Will we check on Pearl if he's okay, if she's okay? I mean, is there any wounds or any like ripped clothes or anything?
Go ahead and give me an investigation check.
Investigation. 13 plus 1, 14.
All right. You see that Pearl looks a little dirty, like she'd been climbing, and maybe may have taken a slight fall. But other than that, she doesn't. A few scrapes and bruises, but nothing that seems terrible.
Where have you been, Pearl?
You're
Yes,
muted.
Pearl.
Pearl, I think you're muted.
Yes, Pearl.
Followed.
Where have you been?
I followed. You were supposed to come in. You said you were. You don't follow very
The
good.
next time you run off, we're not looking for you.
That's awful mean.
Well, then don't run off anymore.
Don't make me sad.
Then don't run off anymore. Do I make myself clear? I am not joking anymore, Naomi. Pearl. Sorry. Your middle name is Naomi, I'm assuming. It's a good guess, you know.
Oh, the astral plane. That's what it is.
Exactly. You see, there you go. You got it.
All right.
Please stay with the party. I beg of you.
You said you were going to commit. Yeah. I might as well lied.
You notice that the ribbon is gone.
Inspector Logan is checking his crossbows. Yes, I noticed she was following me, so she's been telling me quite a bit about you guys and your adventure. It's been quite an interesting story.
Yeah.
Hopefully not too much.
Something about a chess game and a walking house. It's all very weird.
She's an excitable sort. What can I say?
Yeah, she is. And he finished checking his crossbow. It's like, so, is there anything you need to do before we do this?
No, sir.
Okay.
Let's
So
go.
if it-
Let's go.
All right. So as Inspector Logan goes up, Inspector pounds on the door, and a moment later it opens by a manservant. Leveling the crossbow, Logan says, "Don't make a sound. Step outside, slowly, with your arms held out." The old man, clearly frightened, but he does as he is told. Inspector Logan goes, "Which room is Dr. Arthurus in?" Inspector Logan whispers. The drawing room, sir." The servant sputters. Just off the main hall." Inspector steps into the house, motioning for you to follow and be silent. Need you to roll stealth checks.
My favorite.
Oh, that's not good.
Dang it!
That is a 6 for Tavros.
That's bad for even me.
I had
he's got
net
armor.
20. I had net 20, but I'm on disadvantage, so yeah.
All right.
So,
It also go ahead.
18.
18.
Tavros at 6.5 feet fall and 375 pounds does not make so much good for silence.
That's fair. Titus, what'd you get on yours? Your mic was a little cut out.
I have an 8 with the bonus added in.
Okay.
I have a 12 plus 1. So that means
Oh. All right. Titus, you have. All right, Titus, you got a nat 20 on your roll because somebody had pulled it in just before you rolled the dice.
nice.
Yeah. I think I just remembered
Your mic is cutting out again, dude.
I oiled my armor just before and it got the squeak out, so it's all good.
It's all good? All right, all
Yeah.
right. Alrighty, so, all right, coming as you guys step inside, you guys should have control of your tokens if you want to go ahead and establish your marching order coming inside.
I would like to be up to the close to the front, if that's okay.
All right.
Where is Inspector Logan? Is he in the very front?
Yeah, he's just inside the door in the entryway, looking down the hallway, waiting for the rest of you to follow.
I will stand beside him with my battle axe out.
How do I move the token?
Should be able to click on it and then or click and hold and then drag it.
Oh, okay.
You'll go on. You want the select move rather than the pen view, the
I'm
arrow
sorry.
instead of the hand. No, it's okay. The arrow instead of the hand.
Alrighty. So as you guys are coming in and coming down the hallway, all right. As you guys come down the hallway, you hear the sound of singing. A kind of a tenor voice singing. It's a rather interesting melody. Can't quite make out the words to it. I need all of you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Can I add my inspiration D4?
Yes, you can.
Because I got a 9 so far. Plus 2, so 11.
11.
Better than a 9.
Titus is not swayed in the least by this music. He has a 21.
Alrighty.
Wow.
Nice. I've got
Yuvia, what'd you get?
Nat 20.
At 20. Tarvos, again, what was yours?
with the 2 11.
Okay. Tarvos, you feel you listening to the sound and it's oddly calming, and you just kind of feel yourself getting just kind of relaxing, and then you realize you're rather lethargic. You now have a -2 on your AC and dexterity saving throws. You can't use any reactions. Can use your action or bonus action.
I can use my action and bonus action.
You can't. You still can use you've essentially been slowed.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
So it's a -2 to AC and Dex saving throws. You cannot use any reactions, and you can only use one attack per round.
Okay. Can I use my action surge to get a second attack still?
It's considered a bonus action, so you could do that. It's just going to be
Okay, I just want to know what I can
Yeah,
do. And what
I'll
I
let
can't
you do that.
in case.
because
Okay, cool.
it's a bonus action. But you're essentially just feeling a little slow,
Of course. Yep.
kind of like that early morning. You haven't quite fully woken up yet. Everyone else had succeeded their saves, so you're not affected. You just hear the song, and as Inspector Logan comes to the door and stands up on the stand, you see at the end of the hallway there's a stairwell. He kind of steps up on the first couple of stairs and kind of waves you closer to for someone to go ahead and kick in the door. Tarvos, that would be you next in line, or do you want to defer to have somebody else try to kick in the door?
No, I'll do it.
Okay.
What do you need?
Just move yourself up and move yourself into the room.
Which I can't see where it is. It's all
Should be.
black around me, so.
Let's see. You should have.
I can now. I just couldn't see where the entrance was.
Gotcha. All right. So as you kick in this door and go inside, you see a person standing there in the process of their body contorting and shifting and moving from human-like into kind of a canine hybrid.
Does it look like the same kind of thing that was attacking us before?
No, it's not losing features and become featureless. It's shifting from being a human to being a canine. So there's a muzzle that's forming, hair is coming off. You're hearing the sounds of bones cracking as they readjust, and then you see a kind of a wolf human hybrid standing in the center of the room as it reaches for and reaching for like a fireplace poker next to the wall.
Okay.
And with that, we will roll initiative. All right. So, Titus, what'd you get on your initiative?
A 16.
Ooh, nice.
That's better.
Pearl, what'd you get on yours?
A 4, a nat 1.
Ow. That's with your +1 to all your dice rolls? A
Oh,
4?
that'd be 5. It'd be a 5.
5.
I forgot to add that to mine, so it's 17 for me, Scoop.
Okay. All right. Tarvos?
14.
Okay. And Yuvia?
16.
16. Awesome. All righty. Here we go for the start. All righty. Combat, combat, combat. Gotta love that combat music. Alrighty, so first up off the bat is Titus, who is currently in the back of the line here. You see Tarvos kick in the door and kind of. Tarvos, how do you react to hearing this, seeing this creature kind of shift itself?
Well, I know I don't want to block the door.
Okay.
So would you allow me to make a step to the left at least?
Sure can. That opens
That's
the
what I'll do.
doorway.
Yeah, that's what I'll do. As I'm slow, I don't think I would do too much more. So
No, that would be it. Okay. All right, Titus, what do you want to do?
I call out to Tavares and say, "What's going on? What is that noise? What do you see?"
Draw your weapons. Attack!
Okay.
that's what you got.
And you can move past everybody. The hallway's wide enough for you to move past and move into the room.
Okay, so I will do that. And to the up here? Up to...
Yep, there you go. As you step in the room, you see this creature kind of finish its transformation into kind of a wolf human hybrid.
Okay,
You are familiar to seeing this from what you're seeing. You swear this looks like a werewolf in hybrid form. So being a resident of Barovia, you are well aware of what these creatures look like and well aware of what a pain they can be.
And is there only one?
There's only the one.
Okay.
You see it's reaching for a heavy fireplace poker.
Okay, then I will attack.
Okay.
And I'll call out and let people know that it's a werewolf right here at the entrance.
All right, you have enough movement to get right up into melee if you want.
Okay.
Okay. So
All
you
right.
move in front of Tarvos. Go ahead and make your attacks.
All right. So that is a 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
And I lunge forward with my silver dagger.
Okay.
Points of damage.
How many points of damage?
4.
4 points of damage. Okay.
And I just get the one attack. Do I have any movement left?
Let's see. What's your total movement?
30 feet.
You'd have 5 feet of movement.
Okay, so can I move to its side without having an attack of opportunity?
Yes, you can. All right. Okay. Yuvia, you're up.
Right. As soon as she hears the terrible response, Olivia will rush into the room.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Then, wait. Can Olivia see Pearl inside from the doorway?
Yeah, Pearl would be behind you at that
All right.
point.
So at this point, Olivia will cast Blast
Okay.
on Titus, Tavros, and Pearl.
Alrighty.
And she will run next to Tavros and end her turn.
All right. So just for those watching, go ahead and read off what Bless does.
You bless up 3 creatures of your choice within range. Whenever a target makes an attack roll or a saving throw before the spell ends, the target can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the attack roll or saving throw.
Excellent.
Sounds good. Oh,
Thank you,
and
sir.
yeah, you cast a spell, so that means the wild magic table.
Oh, you're right.
I thought I forgot.
I did.
I did.
All right.
I did forget. Oh no.
Okay,
Could be
well,
good.
this is
It could be good.
interesting.
It
I
could be
got an
good.
86 on the die, which means not only did you cast Bless, but you also cast Mirror Image on yourself.
Oh, nice.
3 illusionary duplicates of yourself appear in your space. Until the spell ends, the duplicates move with you and mimic your action, shifting position so it's impossible to track which image is real. You can use your attack action to dismiss the illusionary duplicates. Each time a creature targets you with an attack during the spell's duration, you roll a d20 and determine whether the attack targets one of your duplicates. For the sake of brevity, since it's 3, it's a d4. You pick the number that is you. If it's not that number, then it's a duplicate until all the duplicates have been eliminated. Does that sound fair?
Right.
All right. So
Fair.
duplicates AC is 10 plus your Dex modifier. If an attack hits the duplicate is destroyed. If it also uses your saving throws, so if it makes it have to make a save and it fails the save, then one of the duplicates would be removed as well.
All right.
Yep. Okay. So duplicate. Let's see. Is there a good mirror image I can put on there as a reminder? Oh yeah. Here's what I'll do. I'll do a dot, a dot, a dot, and a dot. So 4 dots to signify you and your 3 duplicates. As a duplicate goes away, we'll remove a dot until there's only 1 dot remaining. Gotta love wild magic.
Yeah. But it's do good thing on you.
You know, I mean, it depends. You have no idea what'll happen. And like I said, the wild magic occurs to anyone who casts a spell. Alrighty. Okay, so we have that back over here for the chat. Okay. Alrighty. So you cast Bless, you move in. That was the end of your turn?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Tarvos.
I'm going to move up and swing with my battle axe.
Alrighty.
So, oh, that's good. 22 to hit.
22 will hit. Roll damage.
Better. What do we got here? 5 damage.
Okay. And what type of axe is that? Just a regular battle axe, right?
Yes, regular battle axe. Yeah.
Okay.
Can I also use as a bonus action hammering horns? Immediately after I hit a creature with a melee attack as part of the attack action on my turn, I can use a bonus action to attempt to shove a target with my horns. The target must be no more than one size larger than me and within 5 feet. Unless it succeeds on a strength saving throw DC 13, it is pushed up to 10 feet.
Unfortunately, with the slowed spell, that would not necessarily be applicable. Actually, you know what? Yeah, we'll let you try it.
Okay. Why? Just out of curiosity, why wouldn't it be?
I want to. Well, it's a shove. It's not necessarily an actual attack because you can only make one attack per turn.
But no, but this would be a bonus action. It's actually classified as a bonus action.
All right. No, we'll let it. I'm thinking it through in my head real quick. So yeah, we'll let it go. My first reaction was slowed would negate only to one attack, but you only have one attack and then the bonus. So yeah, we'll let you do it. Go ahead.
So he has to save on a DC strength saving throw. DC 13.
Strength save. Okay.
Sorry, I thought you said I could take an action and a bonus action.
You could take either.
Either or?
Yeah. You can use
Okay, cool.
either an attack or a bonus action, not both.
Okay.
So yeah,
I'm sorry, I apologize.
you're right. Clarifying the spell right there. You can use either and this is a natural ability of the creature you're fighting.
Okay, well then cancel out the hammering horns.
Okay.
I don't want to. I was under the impression. Sorry.
No, we're good. We're good. We're working through it. That's great. We worked through it, so we can.
Yeah, for sure.
We can move
Absolutely cancel that out. Yep.
on. Alrighty. All right. Anything else you wish to do, or is that the end of your turn?
No, that's it. Thank you.
Okay. Next up is the creature's turn. All right. And he is going to take up he's picked up this wrought iron poker, and he is going to attack Tarvos with it.
Okay.
Because Tarvos was the last one to hit it. All right. So, let's see. First attack. That is a 15 to hit.
No, 17
All right.
DC.
All right. Next one. That is a 17 to hit.
Yes. Just.
All righty. That will be 5 points of bludgeoning damage from the poker.
Okay.
Make a note to fix my custom character with those things.
He's got a poker.
All right. Okay. All right. Okay, which brings us over to Inspector Logan, who's going to step into the room and level his crossbow at the creature. Let's see. Okay. All right. And misses with the shot. Go figure. So that is the end of his turn as he reloads. Pearl, you're up.
Head into the room.
Okay.
I'm trying to get the hang of like whatever. Okay, I think I figured it out. So I'm gonna move. Oh, can I get past the inspector?
Yes, you could dart past him.
Oh, of course.
Okay. Is that flanking, or do you do that?
No, I don't do flanking unless it's an ability that gives it to you. So just in general.
Then I'll swing with my unarmed strike. And that's an 11 to hit.
All right. Oh no, 11. No, 11 does not hit.
Okay. And
Have blessed though.
You do have bless.
I do have less, yeah. So that would be +4, right?
No, it's a roll of d4 and the result.
Oh, D4. Okay, I'll do it D4. So, +2, so it'll make it a 13.
Alrighty. That will hit. Go and roll damage.
Okay. 4 damage.
Alrighty.
And then my bonus action. Roll again. Another 11 to hit.
Unfortunately, that does not hit.
And bless.
But you can use the. How long
Doesn't-
does bless last on everyone until the spell ends,
Yeah.
right?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Or until I lose my concentration.
Yep.
It's +3, so yeah, that'll hit too.
All right. Go and roll damage.
That's 5 damage.
All right. Alrighty. Okay. Anything else you wish to do?
No, that's it.
Alrighty. So bring us back to the top of the order with Titus.
All right. I will swing at him with my longsword.
Alrighty.
All right. So that is a 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
And 10 damage.
10 damage. Okay.
And that is the end of my turn.
Alrighty. Alright, Yuvia, what do you wish to do?
Right. I will. I'll cast a comment on the creature,
Alrighty.
and I comment to flee.
Okay.
It's a DC 13 Wisdom.
Wisdom saving throw. Fails the save.
All right. So does everyone can take an attack of opportunity by? Oh wait. No. All right. Then the target will spend its turn moving away from you by the fastest available means on his turn.
Okay. Alrighty. Anything else?
I will move up next to.
Alrighty.
Okay. Next to Tarfos. And I went my turn.
Alright, which brings us to Tarvos.
I will swing with my battle axe, I guess.
Alrighty, go and roll for attack.
Try my spinner, actually.
Which one is which? Never tell.
Oh, what do we got here?
9 plus 9 plus 5, 14.
Alright, 14 will hit. Roll damage.
Oh, holy cow. Oh, darn. 8 damage.
8 damage. Alrighty.
Let's see.
Okay.
Should have used 2 hands. Huh.
Alrighty. Anything,
That's my turn.
Your turn. All right. Next
Yes.
is the wolf, who can't really go anywhere except back one space.
Yeah.
So
I
the attack of opportunity from Pearl,
Oh,
or
yeah.
basically from everybody. So
Holy cow.
we're gonna work our way around. We're gonna start with Titus.
That is a 22 to hit.
That will hit. Roll damage.
7 damage.
7 damage. All right. Next up is Yuvia.
5, 6 to hit.
6 unfortunately does not hit.
All right.
Tarvos?
I rolled a nat 1.
Uh,
Got
unfortunately,
6, if that helps.
well, you also have your +1, so that's
7.
That's not. So you don't drop your axe, but you definitely kind of, with everybody all cramped around you.
Yeah. Now, I'm taller than everybody else, remember. So I'm 6.5 feet tall, so maybe I just go whoosh over everyone's head.
Yeah, I mean your horns are kind of scraping on the ceiling a little bit. You're trying to reach your. It's very cramped fighting
Darn,
indoors.
I won't this swing.
Pearl?
Now is the bless gone now? I'm still learning the whole bless thing.
No, it's still on
there?
you.
It's still
Yeah.
up.
Okay, so that would be a 16 to hit.
16 will hit. Roll damage.
I want to do it with my quarterstaff this time, both handed.
Okay.
Is a 11 damage.
11 damage. Alrighty. Ooh, he's in pretty rough shape. Last will be Inspector Logan. Ah, there it is. Yeah, that will be a dirty 20 to hit. All right. So as he fires the crossbow bolt, that will be 4 points of piercing. And after the bolt hits the werewolf, hits the wolf creature, it starts to kind of seize up and then falls over and collapses unconscious.
Does it change back to its human form?
No, it's currently unconscious.
Are we still on initiative?
Once it gets, since that was the reactions, now it's Inspector Logan's turn. He sits there, kind of puts his crossbow down. It's like, all right, we should be good now. And that would bring you out of combat. Pearl, you still get to take your action. And then if the rest of you wish to stand down, then when we go through your turns on the initiative, then it'll determine what you want to do. So, Pearl, what do you wish to do?
Go check another room out.
Okay. So you're going to move out and start searching rooms?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Do the rest of you wish to take another action, or are you content with the fact that the creature is unconscious on the ground?
No, I'd like to search it.
Okay.
I would
Titus?
like to bind him with my 50-foot rope.
Okay. All right. So you bind him, Tarvos. You search him. Some bits of clothing and whatnot on him, but nothing of any value or whatnot. But it seems to roll a medicine check for me as you're investigating him.
Does he have a cloak by any chance that's torn?
Not on him just yet.
Unreal. Not ones.
Ouch. So a 2. As far as you can tell, he's sleeping. He's unconscious. He's not dead. He's bleeding out on a few different wounds, but
Yeah, sure.
that's about it.
Darn.
Pearl is like at the doorway bouncing because she wants to go look at another room, but Towers got mad at her. And so she's like, please, I'm trying to behave. Come with me.
All right. Inspector Logan, seeing that you're binding the hands or whatever, and says, all right, now let's search the place. And he exits the room and heads upstairs.
I will follow him very closely.
Okay.
Follow Inspector Logan.
All right.
I'm full of bad ideas again.
course.
I'm going to stay with Pearl.
Okay. So
Is Pearl not going with?
is Pearl going upstairs too? What's Pearl doing?
I was following the inspector because I was able to go somewhere.
Okay. So
Yeah,
you
that's
left the wolf creature bound up. So
Can I close the door? I guess it wouldn't really help. Never mind.
yeah,
Okay.
you close the
Wait,
door.
it's not like he couldn't open it if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Never mind.
All right. So both Titus with everybody. We'll grab everybody. Zoom out of here. Move everybody here. And zoom in there. Just for the moment. Then we'll switch back to our non-map because this is combat is not there anymore. Alrighty. So upstairs you find several rooms. A couple of bedrooms, a lavatory of sorts, a storeroom, another bedroom, and what looks like a large room with some tables and utensils. Inspector Logan kind of searches through some of that stuff, and then searches through a couple of the bedrooms, and points out that in the large room it looks like some very odd shaped knives that seem to be very specific in purpose.
We notice him pocketing anything, or
Not pocketing to be in the sense of he's stealing, but setting them aside as far as to kind of collect them as evidence.
Nah, I don't trust him at all. So.
Okay.
Yeah, Titus is just standing kind of behind wherever Pearl is at, just kind of standing behind so he can keep an eye on her.
Mm-hmm.
One eye is looking at her, one eye is kind of looking at Logan. He looks kind of strange right now. But,
Your microphone, man. It seems to have fallen away again.
so I'm standing behind Pearl and keeping an eye on her.
Okay. So, and
moved
just
off
kind
to
of
the
watching.
sides.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Pearl, what about you?
I want to go to the next thing. If the inspector goes to a room, I'm going in the room. I want to move.
Okay. So you follow
Do we
him
notice
through?
that? Do we notice that she's keeping it very, very close to him? Like, is it unnatural that she's keeping close to him? Like,
Go and roll an insight
He's
check.
not charged. That's why I'm following him. I'm literally
Yeah, well,
he's moving. You're not.
Tarvos, roll an
10
insight check.
plus the one with is 11.
Okay.
Is the blast still technically active?
Hey, how long
Or
does
does
it
that
last
work?
It lasts for a minute.
Okay, yeah, no, never mind.
for? So at this point, it would have faded. Pearl,
So 11.
what are you? Is this behavior that you're just kind of following to follow?
Yep, I'm literally following him, like out of character. I am literally following him because he's moving and you guys aren't.
Oh, all right.
I don't want to get in trouble.
Can't deny that. She does that, so.
I'm with the group, so I'm with somebody. He's
Yeah, no. She does do that, so. Okay, cool.
All right. Okay. After a little while searching, Inspector Logan comes out of a bedroom. As you guys are all kind of rifling through, you're seeing it looks fairly standard fare. This is someone who has some status in the community. As alluded to, he was a doctor. It looked like he performed surgery and whatnot in his residence from time to time. So as Inspector Logan comes out, he comes and shows a cloak that has a torn corner off of it, and asks if this kind of rip looks familiar to you guys.
Did we see where he
I
got
bet
the
you
cloak
that
from?
Yeah.
One of the
Or did he-
bedrooms.
Okay, so it's not like he was just like mystically had it from somewhere, like he
No.
disappeared and then came back with it or something.
Nope.
Okay.
Well, I'm following him, so I would think I would see him.
Well, yeah. Well, you never know.
Yeah,
Just wanna make
Pearl
sure.
following. You see him pull the cloak, and it has the tear in it. Thinks it's probably the similar location of the tear that you guys had gotten your piece of fragment off. He goes over and sights the knives, as these are used for surgery. They're used for making very precise and clean cuts in flesh. All of this stuff. He's basically stacking all of the evidence and everything there that says the doctor is the murderer, and that they could probably take him in for questioning and hopefully resolve the murder cases.
I'm going to ask the inspector if they found a room that would be big enough, or if they found a room that maybe he would have caused the murders in. Like
That would be the surgical room.
Yeah.
As you guys are still looking at your Roll20 map, this room right here that I'm just pinging.
Again, yeah, it's black for me.
Yep.
Okay, sorry, we'll put you in there.
Oh no, I just didn't know there's a room like it's all. Okay, and so in that room specifically looks like a room where somebody might have
Conducted surgery.
murdered.
There's an operating table. There's several side tables. All the utensils and whatnot appropriate to the time period for conducting surgery is all in here.
Yeah, but he's a doctor though, so that wouldn't necessarily be out of place for a doctor's place.
That's very true. And at this time period, it wasn't uncommon for medical practitioners to practice out of their home, even to do surgery back then. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll ask Yuvia to take the piece of cloak and see if it matches the one that was picked up out of the bedroom.
I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
To put the material to see if it matches, I think is what he was trying to say.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You go.
Like that.
Who's got the piece?
I think if it's still, yeah.
Yuvia's still got it. All right, so Yuvia goes out, puts it up there.
Yeah.
It looks pretty close. I mean, it looks like it would be right there and fits. It's even of a similar color. The variation is very minute.
You're not being very convincing here, Steve.
I think this is the cloak. It's pretty match.
That's pretty much a match.
Does it look pretty much a match, or is it a match?
Well,
Pretty much a match.
if you ever notice, whenever you tear a piece of fabric and try to put the piece back together, once the tear, things don't line up like. It isn't like when you cut two pieces of wood in an irregular shape, like a puzzle piece, but it's pretty close.
But they're the same color, more or less, right?
Yes.
Like the same, yeah.
They're both a newer. They're both a newer the current style or this year's style of cloak.
Okay.
I think we found the culprit, but we don't know what he's up to. I mean, is there any leads about if he's working alone or there's some sort of cult organization behind it?
Well, we'll have to figure that out as we ask him questions back over at our headquarters.
Literally, Pearl's like going back and forth along the hall, back and forth because he's bored. Just like going zigzag all along the hallway, and then back the other way, and then straight, and then up and down again, and just kind of like.
Will you yourself be questioning him?
Most likely. If you guys can all be present, let's. I think we have enough. I don't think we need to spend much time here. I think we need to get the good doctor to the headquarters as fast as we can, so that he doesn't. So we know for a fact he does not attempt to kill again tonight. So we can show the city council that everything is in good orders.
Do we know for sure that was the doctor that changed the gender?
He's the only person in the house, and based on the manservant's response to Inspector Logan, that is most likely the doctor.
Okay.
Is there a room that looks like his office inside his house, like his working room?
Not on the second floor. If you go back down to the first floor, there is a library and a parlor and a dining room. Library is probably the most logical place he would have, because that would be where all of his medical textbooks are. And you go in there and search, and several books are in common and whatnot that all outline the latest advances in medical science, so to speak.
Can I pull on Titus's sleeve and be like, "Can I go in some of the rooms, please? I'm going nuts."
To answer your question, Slow would have dissipated by now, shortly after he went unconscious. So,
Thank you.
I apologize, I didn't specify that right off the bat, but
No, I completely forgot.
that works.
Yeah.
So to Pearl's gentle, subtle questioning of, whether or not she could go and explore, I'll shrug. It's like, I haven't stopped you before.
Tavros is mad.
I'm just cautious, that's all.
Yay! I can go in this room right here.
So Inspector Logan comes down with the bundle of stuff to the first floor, and goes to check on the doctor, who by this point had kind of reverted into a more human type form. And as you look at him, he's got the mustache and hair color, build and whatnot that seems to fit what you guys have seen as the coachman who's attacked you a couple of times. So by all indications, this looks like this could probably... Inspector Logan's case is very convincing at this point.
Do I see anything in this room I want him? Just because I'm curious. The upstairs room.
That would be the bedroom. So there's a wardrobe against the wall. That's where we saw Inspector Logan pull out the cloak that was torn.
Can I jump on the bed?
You certainly can.
I'm gonna jump on the bed.
That does look fun, I have to admit.
Titus is obviously.
I wonder. Sorry, go ahead.
Titus is within 5 feet of Pearl, and he's just face palming and just shaking his head.
Come on, join me. It's fun.
Tavros is actually going to join her. The 6.5-foot, 375-pound Minotaur is going to try jumping on the bed.
Not you do that, bros.
Go ahead and roll
I don't often
an
have fun.
acrobatics check.
I don't often have fun, so
Oh, there you go. How about a 20 plus 1, 21?
Alrighty, so you see Pearl up there, and you kind of stand aside, girl, stand aside, and you go up and you kind of somehow you manage to do this in the room, but you manage to somersault onto the bed, and as you land on the bed, it collapses in a giant thud throughout the room. And then you kind of are laying there on your back on it.
It wasn't me.
it was fun, I have to admit.
Inspector Logan comes up and says, "What the heck is going on up here?"
I hide behind Titus.
Oh, don't.
If you're done searching the room, I think it's best we get the good doctor to the headquarters now, don't you?
Okay.
So did he pull the cloak out of like a wardrobe or something?
Yeah, there's a wardrobe against the wall. You see it's open in there. There's several other garments and whatnot.
I want to inspect the wardrobe and see if there's any hidden compartments or if there's any open drawers I can open and kind of explore.
Sorry,
Alright.
my internet just dropped.
Yeah, I saw that. You're good. You're
Yeah, I
good.
apologize.
You're good. You're good. So we'll just quickly rotate everybody around again. Go. Yeah, like I said, go and roll an investigation check.
You're never going to believe this.
Oh, really?
Not going to believe it. 18.
Oh, wow!
Nice. Yay!
Are we back on the first floor now?
Yeah. If you're gonna move back down to the first floor, yes.
All right.
Okay.
Titus, of course, is searching the wardrobe all by himself.
Okay.
So you search the wardrobe.
I was still in there. I didn't know we were going downstairs. But technically,
Well-
I'm still in there because I didn't know.
Sorry, like I said, I dropped for a second, so I wasn't sure where everybody was.
No, you literally it was like, and you were back. It's just it rotated all the 3 of the windows around.
Oh, okay. I'll do it.
But no, it's Titus is searching the wardrobe. Got an 18 on investigation. You don't see any hidden compartments. It's actually a very fine craftsmanship as far as carpentry goes. But there's no hidden compartments or anything. It's in pretty good condition. And several different. It's all the daily wares of a bachelor, so to speak.
Another disappointing investigation. So I head back downstairs.
Which room was I in where the bed was?
The one that Pearl is currently sitting in right now.
Oh, okay, cool. I'll move in here.
As I'm sure as Pearl searches around, there's another bedroom here on the second floor, and
Oh God.
Are there any ribbons or anything fun for me to grab?
no, does not look like there's a woman's touch or anything like that in the space.
Okay, then I'm done with that room. Definitely.
Okay,
I'm looking for any other rooms. I'm just gonna keep just going in all other rooms just as I can.
fair
Let
enough.
someone stop.
I was gonna say I'm gonna keep following her just to keep making sure.
Okay.
Are you having fun, Pearl?
Yeah. Are you so mad at me?
So I guess I'm back downstairs with Yuvia and Inspector Logan.
Mm-hmm. He is making sure the bindings are secure on the doctor now that he's kind of shifted shape again. The doctor is starting to come to. He's groggy, but is a little disoriented.
I'll say to Yuvia, I suppose the test will be tonight if we hear the whistles and the chimes again.
All right. He's sitting there. I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm talking about the sound of alarm. If there is another victim tonight, then we know that the doctor is either not working alone or not the culprit.
Oh, guess hopefully we've captured the criminal.
Or hopefully we can get something out of him. Like,
Perhaps.
maybe-
But we need to get him back to our headquarters. We need to get him back to the station house to make sure that nothing happens.
Mhm.
Is the doctor alert enough to answer questions at this point, or no?
Not at the current moment. He's very groggy and kind of disoriented.
At this point, can I look over at Pearl and ask her where she found Logan?
Where I found him?
We went looking for you at the station, but we didn't find either you or Logan. Where did you go?
I actually don't know how to answer that. Down a road.
Hmm? What did you say?
I followed him down a road.
What is he doing?
Are you in the same room as me?
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
I think you guys are downstairs.
Yuvia's
Oh, yeah.
downstairs.
I'm in a room. Is
All
this room interesting at all? Let him in. Like, I'll still talk to Tavros, but is this room interesting?
Hang on.
I was gonna say I've.
Which room are you in? That room is a storeroom, so it's just got shelves and supply and like brooms and mops and stuff.
Whereabouts is the door? Like, would you
For-
say it's directly behind me?
pretty much?
As she tries to leave, I'm going to close the door
Okay.
I'm
so
gonna.
that she can't get out.
He's gonna get me. He's gonna tie me up. So I'm like, no.
No.
Tie me
I'm just gonna block the door so she can't get out.
up.
Okay.
We're gonna have a little talk.
Going?
What road did you go down?
Oh, I didn't
And
look.
don't lie to me.
I didn't look at the road. I was following him. He went right, and then left, and then left, and then right, and then left, and then.
And you're
and then
dirty
door.
because.
And then we went to the station. Yes, that's where I said.
Why are you dirty? Why are your clothes dirty?
Because I went down a dirty road.
Hmm.
Can I check insight on that?
Sure can.
15 plus 1, 16.
All right, Pearl, go ahead and if you wish to go and roll a deception check.
Okay. 17.
Yours was a 16, Tarvos, or a 17?
16.
All right. As far as you can tell, she's telling the truth. There's a few things about the tale that seem fishy, but it's hard to tell because, you know, she's bubbly and hyper as it is.
Alright, I'll step out of the way, but I'm going to say
I'm keeping a very, very close eye on you. Any such movements, and I will not hesitate to act.
and I'll open the door for her.
But you're
All right.
normally nicer than this.
Be
You don't like
careful.
this kind of Tavros. I like
You are on thin ice.
Walk out. I'm gonna go like distance. I don't know where everyone else is, but I'm gonna distance myself and like go away from him.
Yeah, most everyone else is down on the first floor now, around the doctor. Inspector Logan is trying to make sure he's ready to start traveling, and is kind of waiting for you and Tarvos to come down the stairs so that they can take him over to the station.
Yeah, I'm gonna quickly go over to Titus and just kind of go behind him.
Okay.
That's cool.
Would I know? I mean, given that I know so much about werewolves being from Barovia, would I know anything about a grogginess after coming out of the state, or if this could be just a symptom of being severely beaten?
Go ahead and give me a nature check, and with advantage, given your background.
Uh, 10.
All right. Do you have any? And you don't have any inspirations or anything left over that you haven't used yet?
I don't believe I do.
All right. Some of the finer details of werewolves are a little obscure to you, but you do know that werewolves are susceptible to silver, as well as certain plants that tend to act as a kind of a narcotic or a tranquilizer to those particular creatures. The grogginess and whatnot could be a result of that.
Yeah, because I used my silver dagger.
There's that, and then of course and then there was the crossbow bolt that was shot by Professor Logan, which shortly after he kind of collapsed. So, not quite sure. You're thinking it's probably the dagger that caused it to be groggy and ultimately pass out. As far as you could tell, you were the only one who had a silvered weapon. So,
Okay.
Like, I'm all pouty behind Titus, and my ears are back, and Tavros is me. Like, telling on him.
You should. Never mind.
that's fair. That's fair.
So now that this is all over, I'll take an opportunity to turn around and look at Pearl and her attire and condition and see that she is really dirty. I asked her, did this happen in the battle?
No, I went down a dirty road.
A dirty road?
And Tavros is me.
What was he mean about?
He said I was on thin ice, and he closed the door and wouldn't let me out.
She's not wrong.
At this point, Tarvos comes down the stairs behind both of you.
So what's all this about, Tavros?
Just keeping our parties safe, that's all. I am a soldier and trained to, I don't know, keep an eye out, I suppose. That's the best I got.
Were you rolling around in the road? I still don't quite understand.
You know, I was trying to follow him, and you know, you rub up against stuff when you're like trying to be in the shadows, and you know.
I'm definitely rolling inside on that.
All right. Pearl, do your roll again. Titus, go ahead and do your roll.
It's an 18 for me.
I just got a 19.
Her story, I mean, it seems a little weird, but her story, she doesn't appear to be lying to you. So again, there's some bits that she seems a little coy about, but like it's hard to tell. You know, she's been rather kind of short sentenced and hyper and whatnot. So nothing really kind of glaring at you that something's off. So
I'll just reach out with one hand and pat Pearl on the shoulder, and then I'll look over to Inspector Logan and say, "I'll be wanting that rope back when you're done." By the way.
Oh no! Now I'm going to Sylvia. Who are you?
he kind of nods. It's like, well, as a concerted citizen, I would definitely not want to deprive you of your adventuring gear. So let's get him back to the station, and then once he's secure in a cell, then we can go ahead and give you your rope back and continue and see what information we can glean. And with that, he kind of steps out, and all of you step out with him onto the streets. At this point, it's early evening.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, you're not going to be mean like they are you?
Well, I don't know. Then if you will nudge Titus, like maybe we need some discussion about this later when the inspector's not around. And then he just walks through.
Actually, it's not evening. It's late afternoon. I'm sorry. Late afternoon comes out. Okay. And you guys What is this? Yeah, to get our timeline right. Yes, evening. You come out. As you come outside with him, as you guys are on the streets, you notice that it is starting to get dark. The mist is rolling in, and you see Paradigm Guard burst out of the mist and races up to Inspector Logan. He whispers urgently in his ear for a moment. The inspector, exasperated, turns to you and says, "I must personally attend to an urgent matter. A member of the nobility is involved in a... Never mind. Could you help Constable Wardle escort Dr. Artis to the guardhouse? All of my guards, except for two, I must leave in the guard. The two I must leave in the guardhouse are out on patrol and cannot be recalled." He hands the constable the knives, a scrap of cloth that's bloodied, and the torn cloak confiscated from the doctor's house, instructing him to label these as evidence in the murder case. And he darts off in the direction toward whatever issue with the nobility needs to be addressed. So now it's you guys and the constable and the Dr. Artis. And
Are we transporting the doctor? Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
you're walking him. You're going to walk him
cool.
to the guardhouse.
Okay.
Do you guys choose to walk him to the guardhouse or no?
I'd like to lift him over my shoulder, if that's okay.
Okay.
If he's tied up.
Yeah, he's tied up. So you pick him up, you put him on your shoulders so you can carry him. And that is where we'll end it for tonight. So we'll pick up tomorrow with escorting Dr. Artis back to his residence. So, alrighty.
Hey.
Well played, everybody.
It was crazy tonight.
It was. It was definitely something.
I actually
The
didn't think you guys were gonna follow me, though, honest.
yeah.
Like, out of character, I thought you guys were gonna follow me.
The contribution from the chat with those the channel points and all that was
Oh, that's incredible. That's amazing.
Like,
Yes,
30 minutes
absolutely.
I left, and it was great.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Oh no, my activity feed.
Well, thank goodness it's all boons, not additional encounters.
Yeah,
Something
yeah, right.
dangerous.
Yeah.
Because maybe that risky white magic search. But it's the red well.
Let's see if I can pull up my activity feed so I can read off anything in the feed.
I'm just trying to figure out if Scoob has found a new way to split the party without splitting the party.
Wow.
Just have Pearl run off all the time, yeah.
Wow.
All right, who's going to go search for her this time?
We want to thank Kit Matari for bits, Jinxie for bits. Those are the main things it looks like. Oh, wait. See if we got any new followers or subscribers. Nope. Just thank you to Jinxie and Kit Matari for bits. Thank you to everybody who threw in channel points. There was quite a bit flowing around. Lots of them. Looks like Jinxie and Mr. Chili and everybody was throwing some channel points. So I think this is going pretty good. So deep in trouble she can't get out. Possibly. So as customary with as we're ending our session, want to go around and see what everybody's favorite and scariest moment of the session was. We're gonna start with Titus and work our way around back to Pearl. So Titus, what was your favorite and scariest moment?
I feel like it was probably the same moment, and that was when Pearl ran off and immediately did a stealth nat 20, and then just watching her muted, like I couldn't hear or anything, all the reactions, the highs and the lows. I'm like, she's dead now, most assuredly, and you know. And then my least favorite moment was that moment of regret when I did not use my nat 20 roll immediately after her stealth roll because I had one left, and I was like, and the thing that kept me from doing it was a comment that we had before the stream about what would ultimately result in a TPK was Pearl running off and me chasing her, splitting the party. So I'm like, I don't want to do that. So, here we are.
That's fair. That's fair. Andy, what about you? What was your scariest or favorite and scariest moment of the session?
My favorite moment is that how you split the party while they want to stick together. Like, okay, losing the crowd. That's awesome.
Busy London's busy streets. Sorry, I mean, Nat 20 stealth. I mean, it's like.
Yep. Oh, damn.
My least favorite moment is that maybe how little that we get from. I mean, we didn't get much from the doctor and maybe the house. Maybe that's all. And from the teller as well.
Okay. So it's not finding a whole lot of information in the house other than the doctor and the evidence that says he's the killer.
Yeah, but still, we don't know anything about his motive and if he's working with someone else. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we just know that he's the killer. That's it.
That's all we know right now. And many other questions. Tarvis, how about you, sir? What was your favorite and scariest moment of the session?
Let me think. No, sure. The scariest moment is obviously when she ran off, when Pearl ran off, and like Titus was saying, her reactions of, oh geez, what's she doing? What trouble is she gonna get all into now? Oh god. But yeah, I don't know. I think that might have been my favorite moment as well. Just because it's you never know what's gonna happen next. I love those moments. You're never sure.
All right. Pearl, how about you? What was your scariest and favorite moment?
Yeah.
Near the end of me running away.
Yes, the whole spider sense is going on. I was like, this is not going to go well.
It was like hard because I knew as a player, I'm like, I'm getting way too far away. I'm doing so many I was like literally like trying to like write down somewhere, left, right, left, all this stuff like that. I'm like, how am I gonna get back? I'm gonna get ambushed. Something's gonna happen. But I'm like, Pearl will keep going because there's no one stopping her. I'm like, oh my god. So I did. And my favorite part was Tavros jumping on the bed.
Actually, yeah.
That is a great one. I'm hoping somebody clipped that, or that we have some good clips out of this. But have a few questions and comments from the chat. I want to go through those real quick. Let's see. A question from Mr. Chili about the Extra Life donations. Yes, those are still in effect, which I went over earlier. I got a comment from Kit Matari, Scoob, the master of mystery. Thank you, sir. Question from Kit Matari. How do we use bits for player boons? That's fairly easy. When you go to cheer the bits, you can put a comment with the bits. Like if it's the 5,000, you just put in there what you want it to go for based on the list that's described in the panel on Twitch. To do that. So you can, in that way, also again, if you do tips through the support to instead of cheers, you can also put in a comment that's what it's going for, so that we can track it and then apply it as soon as we see it and apply it to the party, whether good, bad, or indifferent. That hopefully that answers your question on that. If I need to get some easy chat commands for that, We'll probably work on that this week to try to make it a little easier for people if they're curious. So yeah, I want to thank all of my players for spending their Saturday night with me again, letting me working on this story and this investigation. I think things are starting to pick up speed now. So thank you everyone for sticking with it so far. It seems to be a lot of questions and not a lot of answers. So we'll see what we find next week.
Yeah, I agree on that one.
Thank you to the community and everyone in chat for following us, all the bits, the cheers. You guys are awesome and amazing, and we love you all very much. Big hearts to all of you. Of course, as much fun as this would not help without our support staff. So a big shout out and a thank you to our moderators. Yeah. You guys are awesome and amazing. We had a great game just last Sunday for just the mod team. It was shenanigans ensued. Some yeeting wolves across the cavern. I mean, it was just crazy. Go check that out. So we do several different streams here if you're not aware already. We do Tuesdays with Scuba and the Rye podcast where we talk movies, games, and other shenanigans that goes on in the internet. We have Saturday morning, 10 a.m., Twilight's Gleaming, where the party is of 8th level adventurers traveling about, doing what they do in the world. We have this wonderful show, 8 p.m. Eastern on Saturday nights, challenge accepted. Group of adventurers take a task, and they see that task to completion. And then Sunday mornings, now going to be at 10 a.m. Eastern, is going to be Sunday with Scoob, where we sit, drink coffee, chit-chat, hang out. This Sunday, we're going to start by playing Baldur's Gate 3 because I have the early access version of Baldur's Gate 3. So we'll be starting that run and finding a way to interact and do that too. And with that, if anything you guys want to plug or give a shout out for?
Just say it's been a lot of fun and can't wait to see what we do next.
Yes. I'm stoked to see what happens next.
Yeah. See what happens. What is the fate of Pearl? Will Tarvos break more furniture?
Probably.
Will my party be mad at me forever?
We don't know. Well, did they catch their murderer, or was this all a clever ruse?
Yeah.
Find out next time. And with that, everyone, we wish you all a great night, great weekend. Stay safe, love each other, and if you're in the States, please make sure you go and register to vote. The election is coming up. It's very important that your voice be heard. Wherever you are across the world, if you have elections, that is a great civic responsibility. So if you can, vote. And with that, we will see you all later. Good night, everybody.